I would like to remind everyone that this show is brought to you by the Dolphin Wars.
Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's staying cool because over here in West Virginia, it is sultry. Welcome to a special day for King Dolphin TV. I am Raymond, author of the Dolphin Wars series of books, and I'd like to welcome everybody to the best pod in YouTube. I hope you're all doing well on this lovely but hot Sunday afternoon. Big Week 2 begins today. And we are honored to have the evil genius Fett for Hire return to the channel for an interview and
a fiasco, I'm sure.
Probably. Oh, he doesn't give. He's being a little nervous here, and see what he is up to lately. Before we get started. If you're new here, none of you are new here, but if you know new people and like what we do here at King Dolphin TV, please like and subscribe. And right now, more importantly, if you know of any creators that you'd like to see interviewed, please have them reach out to me. Wrenches will put out the link on how to reach me and have them contact me. Before we welcome Fett, I'd like to welcome all of you on the chat. Right now we have the first in, last out, Legatus Legionii. We have Snorter Poopas Gilbert. Hey, buddy, let's jam on. And we have Sandra, the wondrous Wrench Wench, here to welcome people, slap bots, and help us have a good time.
And slap your butt when you need it.
Yeah, she does. Okay, we have, as on the chatters, we have Pudgy. How you doing, Pudgy? Bounces happily, hugs Sandra, and nibbles a cookie. Oh, man. Got to get some cookies in here. And we have Pat S., who is saying, loves Fett for Hire. Let's see. He says, all hail Fett for Hire. He's awesome. I'm tweeting this out right now.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, Pass. All right. And I'm sure we will have other people come in, and hopefully we're going to have a great time. So this is actually all Fett Day because he's going to be on Doomcock's Pop Culture Breakdown tonight. So it's going to be all Fett all day, all for hire.
Fett finally has a free Sunday, and he's taking advantage of it.
Yeah. Let's see. So what we'll do, we've had Fett on before, and we're going to do he's going to talk about his music. And so we are just going to get it.
I guess you could call it that.
We're going to talk about how an update on Fett, talk about his music, and then we'll open it up to the chat. So, as usual. So, what has been going on with you, buddy? I know you're on pretty much all the Just Causes, and your memes are awesome. But what you been doing other than that?
Well, that's pretty much it. Still trying to put stuff on my channel when I get a chance. I got a video coming out tomorrow you might want to check out. I'll talk about that a little more later.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, just memeing my life away.
All right. I'm still waiting on the you put that don't worry, King Dolphin, it's coming. And
Yes, that is still coming. Some things kind of interrupted me. I should have more time to get back on that now. Sorry about that. I apologize.
Okay.
But it's coming.
I'm wondering if I should be pleased or disturbed or scared.
A little both.
Or all of the above. So, now and so just memeing your life away, doing stuff on your channels, and everybody, let's get Fett's out there if the bot is going to cooperate with me. Today it actually cooperated with me.
That's because it knows better. It's for me.
Yeah. Well, it's
right. Now I jinxed it. Now the whole show will go down.
Yeah, there it is. Subscribe to Fett for Hire, and there's his YouTube channel. Yes, if you wanna have some unique stuff, go
unique.
to Fett for.
That's a good way of describing it. Unique.
Yeah. Let's see. Legatus said in the very beginning. Legatus comes in the second I open up a stream. He came out with a comment saying, "No disintegrations, please."
I guarantee nothing.
So, what do you have in mind? You said you play the guitar.
Sorta.
So what you're pretty much a metalhead, right?
Yeah, I must confess. I don't know if I'm going to impress anybody who's not into metal today, but that's kind of my drug of choice, so to speak. So, yeah.
Now, this is his music. A lot of it will be his music. He's going to put on a video for us, too.
Yeah, I'm real worried about getting Raymond a copyright strike, especially now that he's finally getting some subscribers and stuff. So I kind of want to watch what I do, but I not to like toot my own horn or anything. I'm just going to use some of my music. I'm going to play a couple of my videos and stuff from my band in the past and all, just to avoid a copyright strike and all. So, please don't hate on it too bad.
Okay, should be fine. Okay, and hello, Aurora Uplinks.
Hey,
glad to see you. And you were on, I think you were on yesterday. I'm not sure. But well,
I was thinking, we're always talking about the mirror universe.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, in the mirror universe, if I'm the evil genius here, would I be like the virtuous idiot in the mirror universe?
I don't know.
Might have to talk to Mirror Pudgy on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we'll have to. The next time we see Mirror Pudgy, we'll ask that. Yeah. So, let's see. So, if you want to put on a video to start us off on the right foot, go ahead.
Well, I thought first maybe I'd talk about how I got into playing the guitar and why I can't really play it so much anymore.
Yeah, go ahead.
But, okay, so as long as I can remember, I loved music, like us all. And, originally I wanted to be a singer. I walked around as a little kid always singing and stuff till I got old enough to realize I couldn't sing. So then I fell in love with the drums. And, that's what I wanted to play originally was the drums. And at one point I even, I was probably around 12 years old. I was snooping around in my old attic there and came across an old pair of drumsticks. So I asked my mom about them. I'm like, what are these? Where did they come from? Well, and the story's probably going to come back to bite me later, but she told me that my brother had originally wanted to play the guitar and they got him an acoustic guitar and he didn't take to it. So what he did was he traded one of his buddies a brand new acoustic guitar for a pair of drumsticks, a little wooden drum block, and some sheet music.
Yeah.
So even though a lot of my family members played an instrument, my brother kind of put like a dark cloud over the guitar and the drums.
Mhm.
But so anyway, what I used to do was like every day, I used to put like a bunch of pillows, throw pillows around me on the couch, and I'd just
Mhm.
bang on those things with drumsticks and everything. And when I was a kid, my mom's parlor was like, you didn't go in there. Okay, it was
Mhm.
off limits because when my mom was a little girl, her dad was actually kind of well to do around here. He had a furniture store
Mhm.
in the town that we live outside of here, and he like owned the whole block, and he like he sold all kinds of furniture and all that stuff. And he passed away when I was really young, and he ended up, the only thing my mom got left from him physically was some of the stuff from the store before it was sold.
Mhm.
And so she decorated her entire parlor with, stuff from that furniture store. You weren't supposed to go in there. That was the good room. But
Yeah.
like here I am, and I go in there and I get all her throw pillows out, and I'm beating on her couch and her pillows and everything with these drumsticks. And of course, I used to always get in trouble for that. So, but I had a plan. And that plan was, well, one day I would just finally say, hey, well, you know what? I won't beat on the couch and the pillows if you get me a drum set.
Mhm.
And so a little evil genius at work when I was a little kid. And so, well, no, there was a kibosh put on that instantly because, oh, they were too big, they were too loud, took up too much room, all that stuff, it's too much noise, no drums. So I was crushed.
Mhm.
And it was around Christmas time, I remember. And so I started sulking into, I don't know if we probably all remember the Sears Wish Book, the big fat catalog
Oh yeah.
everybody used to have. And I knew in the back of that were Star Wars toys.
Mhm.
So I'm like, all right, fine. I can't have drums. I'm gonna, you know what? Maybe I can finally get like an AT-AT, a big Star Wars toy or something like that of them because they screwed me out of the drums. And just, believe it or not, that year, 12 years old, Star Wars wasn't cutting it. I wanted music.
Mhm.
So I kept flipping through the pages and I came across the music section in the catalog, and I
Mhm.
came across keyboards, and I'm like, well, my mom plays the piano. Okay,
Yeah.
she played the piano. So I'm like, maybe I can get a keyboard. But at this time, at this stage of my life, I was just, I was already into Kiss. I was getting into bands like Quiet Riot, Wasp, bands like that. And I'm like, well, no offense to anyone that plays the keyboard. Sorry, Sandra, but I'm like, nah, that ain't cool enough for me. So then as I went back a little further, I came across guitars. And one guitar in particular had, and I didn't know the difference back then between junk and good stuff and, whatever. They were just guitars to me, and I wanted one. And I found this guitar. It was an all-in-one guitar. I can see it. I can't remember what I did 2 seconds ago, but I can still see this guitar. It was like a black Stratocaster shaped guitar. It had a speaker built right into it. And I read the description, and in the
Mhm.
description, it said, you can plug in headphones. So I was like, well, it's not going to take up a lot of room. I can plug headphones into it, so she can't say it's going to be too loud. You won't hear me playing. So
Mhm.
that was my plan of attack. Was okay. If I can't have the drums, maybe I can get a guitar. I
Okay.
need music in my life.
Mhm.
So every day, my dad came home from work around 3:00. He'd get washed up, and we'd eat dinner, and then at 4:00 was like the prime time to move in and ask a question.
Mhm.
So I waited like a good little kid that day, and I brought the catalog out to the table after they were done eating, and I was
Mhm.
like, Mom, Dad, okay, I can't have drums, but almost everybody in this family plays an instrument. I will learn how to play if you get me a guitar. And I showed him this guitar, told him what I told you, I can plug
Mhm.
headphones in it, you won't hear it, you'll never hear me. And I could tell right away, because I could tell my dad was, good to go on something. I got a smile on his face, and he looked at my mom and he said, do we have the money? And my mom said, okay, but I hear commercials every day on the radio for a local music store. We're going to take you there and we're going to get you a better guitar. And of course, I'm not going to argue with that, but I couldn't leave well enough alone. In
Uh-oh.
in the catalog as well. Okay, now that was just when I, like I said, I was getting into metal bands. I wanted a dangerous looking guitar. Back then, I didn't like super strats, which I love them now. I have many of them, but so there was a guitar. If anyone's familiar with a Gibson Explorer, there was a guitar shaped like that, but it was white. And I was like, well, what about, so as long as we're going to a music store, can I get one that looks like this? So she said, all right, well, rip the page out of the catalog, take it along. We'll see if they can get you that. I was like, this is awesome. Okay. So that's what we did. We went to the music store, and I asked the guy, can you get me this guitar? I didn't care about a make or model. I just wanted a guitar that was shaped like this. And of course, again, I couldn't leave well enough alone. And I'm like, can we order this in black? And he's like, sure, we can order that in black. And I might as well bring the picture up a while, because I have a picture. I have the guitar that I'm about to speak about. So I might as well bring that up a while. About to share the screen right now.
Okay, there it is. Whoa.
So there it is. Okay. So again, I have him order a black guitar, but they just became a dealer with this particular brand. This was 1984. Yeah, 1984. And he said it's got to come from Japan. So it's going to take a couple of weeks. Let me tell you what, that was like the longest 2 or 3 weeks of my life waiting for that guitar to come in. So anyway, one day the phone finally rings and my mom yells upstairs, hey, it's for you. I knew what it was. And Dave, his name is Dave Burkheiser. I will give him a plug. I love that man. He's hooked me up with, he's like my drug dealer. He's hooked me up with like just pretty much every guitar I have over the last 40 years, 30 years. But anyway, it's Dave. And I answer the phone. I'm like, yes, my guitar's in, right? He's, yes, your guitar's here, but there's a problem. He said, your guitar is blue. And I was like, I don't want a blue guitar. But he said, I'm a spoiled little kid at this point. I'm like, I wanted a black one. But he's like, no, come and check it out. He's like, if you don't like it, it's going to take a couple of weeks, but I'll get you a black one. So I went and I checked it out. He had the thing hiding behind the counter, and he brings it up real slow, and it's this. And it's a blue burst. He didn't mention that. So it is black and blue. So I'll take it. I instantly fell in love with it. This is the guitar that you're seeing right now that I learned how to play on. Little kid, I love it. I still love this thing. I don't play it so much anymore. The neck is a little skinny. Anyway, I don't want to nitpick on things, and bore everybody. But anyway, it's a cool looking guitar.
Yeah.
This is pretty much how I got it. However, let's see. Here's the back. It's got the burst on the back as well.
Nice.
That's the headstock. A little story on this too. To this day, a lot of people argue. The brand name there is Takamine. Okay, Takamine is a Japanese-made guitar. They're well known for their acoustic guitars. And a lot of people don't know that they actually tried making electric guitars. I don't know why they didn't take off. This thing was great, but they did. Here's proof that this was actually. Sorry about that. There's proof that this was actually made. But this is a Takamine GX100. Sorry, this is a Takamine GX100. Now, when I got it, this bridge that you see right here was different. It had a 2-piece stop tail on it. It didn't have a whammy bar. Now, the reason that I ordered this particular shape guitar was because at the time I was kind of a big fan of Def Leppard. Pyromania was out, Photograph, all that good stuff. And I was infatuated with Phil Collins' guitar in all their videos from that era. Was a black Ibanez Destroyer, which I still don't have in my collection because I kind of want his model, and they're like ridiculous on eBay.
Yeah.
So I don't have a Destroyer in my collection, but I would gravitate to Ibanez. So anyway, back to this tremolo that I had put on. Back in the 80s, a lot of, especially metalheads, would take their stop tail piece off and put on a Kahler tremolo. And that's what this is. And I bought this particular one here because Phil Collins was actually even on the box. This is the Phil Collins model Kahler tremolo. In fact, that piece that you're looking at right there cost almost as much as the guitar itself. But and the sad part is now you try selling this thing now with that tremolo on there, I devalued the guitar because everybody hates that trem. I'm not a big fan of that trem anymore either. I'm a Floyd Rose guy, floating trem guy. But anyway, so that's my first guitar.
That's nice.
Might as well continue along while I'm on. Now, when I decided to play the guitar, I couldn't decide between the two iconic metal shapes. This one being the basically a Gibson Explorer shape, the star kind of shape, and a flying V. But I ended up going with this one first. So for my second guitar, I finally got my, well, it's sort of a V. This is where I kind of graduated to, well, this isn't technically a Fender, it's a Squire. It's kind of the cheaper brand from Fender, but it is a Fender guitar. And so I kind of got my half a V. Now, this guitar, where I learned to play on the other one, this one here has been through the war. When all my like high school bands and everything I ever did in high school was done on this guitar. There are so many chips and scratches and dings on this thing. At one point, it was painted a different color. It had stickers all over it. I kind of refurbished it a few years ago, kind of put it back to as close to factory as I could. So this is pretty much what it looked like when I got it. As you know, poor of a restoration I can do on a guitar, but this is called a Squire Katana by Fender. I think these were kind of rare too back in the day. And here's the back. It's a string through. Strings went through from the back. One thing that I learned that I loved from playing Fender was this guitar in particular has a bolt-on neck, where my first guitar had a set neck that is basically all one piece with the body and it's painted. I have really come to love the unpainted neck. It feels better and the profile is thinner here where it meets the body. So when you're playing leads up there and stuff, you have better access and stuff like that. But another particular thing with this guitar is it was made in Japan. Now, I like seriously, I can't tell you, like I'm like anybody else when it comes to made in America, all of that. But I got to tell you, I love Japanese made guitars. Even my third guitar, which I'll move on to here, I kind of went up to an actual Fender. This is a Fender Stratocaster. Now, a lot of Fender aficionados will laugh at this one because it's a heavy metal Stratocaster. All this stuff that you're seeing, this has a Kaler tremolo, the humbucker, this is all factory installed stuff. This is the way it came from the factory. I'm not as good at dating Fender guitars as I am my Ibanez, but I think this one is an 87 is my guess on this one, a 1987 model. You know, people who love Stratocasters prefer the single coil pickups, all three single coil pickups, where this has a humbucker. Now this switch down here in between the volume and the tone, that actually splits this into a single coil. So you still have the actual Stratocaster tone when you split the coil here, but I can flip the switch and I can be all as heavy metal as I want. This guitar was a monster. I love this guitar. Here's a shot of the back, and you can see just how old this thing is. That yellow, that neck used to be like white, but that is just age there. Are you still there, Raymond?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I'm letting you. I'm letting you talk.
I was just scared because, like I was telling you, we keep getting on and off pouring down rain here, and I thought I got kicked off for a second.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
But okay,
let's take this little interlude here to welcome those who have just come on before the lurkers start lurking. We have, as I said, we had Aurora Uplinks coming here for the first time. Welcome.
Hail.
We have Agent Pepsi One. Welcome.
Miss Pepsi One.
Miss Pepsi One. Hello. We have Jack Lumen.
Hail, Jack Lumen.
We have Jack Lumen, and we have Tiger Stripes.
Hail, Tiger Stripes.
Yes, Tiger Stripes says, lurking because I'm cooking. Very interesting. I want to play guitar so much and have zero excuses. Yeah. So okay, now that we have the interlude, I want to ask. You said you installed this device with the wand,
Whammy
and I'm
bar.
like, the whammy bar. You can put those in. Those aren't. You can
Yeah,
change those out if you want.
that's how they were made back in the 80s. They just pretty much use like the same screws and everything. It's kind of like a retrofit.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of just interchange it and stuff. But yeah, I kind of regret doing that. Another thing too, talking about going back to that guitar, the black and blue in there. I forgot an interesting tidbit on that.
Okay.
As much as I love this guitar, one of the reasons why I kind of put that one away and kind of gravitated to Fender, I don't know if anybody will even remember this, but right after I got this guitar, a kid show came out called I think it was Captain Video, Kid Video. I think it was called Kid Video.
Uh-huh.
And it was a kid show. I didn't really watch it, but I used to catch it from time to time. And that dude had this exact guitar, but instead of where the blue is, it was red. So it went from being like really cool to me to like, I'm not Kid Video. So kind of put that one away. But yeah, sound kind of got tucked away for a while, but as cool as it is. But I'm not embarrassed of it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, this was my third guitar, Fender Stratocaster. It felt like I moved up in the world. I got an actual Fender. And then this little story on this one too. You've seen the previous two guitars, okay? Pointy instruments of death, things like that. I use those, like I said, in my high school band and stuff. And my one buddy he was the original singer of my band. He was a bass player at one point. Matter of fact, he just died recently. I just found out he passed away last December, and he was only like 2 years older than me too. Anyway, even if you remember the story I told on the One Just Cause, where the teachers went on strike the one year, and me and my friends organized a student walkout, and we marched out to the song "In Union We Stand" by the band Overkill. Scott was the dude who carried the boombox that blasted Overkill. I will, every time I hear that song, I think of Scott. But anyway, so he was the original singer of my band, and he kind of left the band for a while. While he was still in the band, I was still playing the pointy guitars, and then he came back at some point to play the bass. And at a particular band practice, I broke this guitar out, this Stratocaster, and he's just giving me the evil eye. Oh, and he goes, "Whose guitar is that?" I said, "It's mine." Why? He goes, "You're not supposed to play a guitar like that. You're supposed to play like pointy things that kill people." And I'm like, "Well, Scott, I grew up." "No, you didn't. We don't grow up in this band." But anyway, so this began my love affair with what's known as the Super Strat, which everybody credits Eddie Van Halen for inventing that. Anybody that's familiar with his Super Strat, but so that's pretty much all I play now are Super Strats. They're real comfortable to play. Matter of fact, the one I got sitting here beside me, I'll show you that. I'll show you a picture of that one. Then it's a Super Strat. But another interesting point on the headstock, you can see plain as day, made in Japan.
Wow.
So even as a little kid, I don't know, I gravitated to the Made in Japan guitars, and that moved on to an incredible love of the brand Ibanez. If anybody's familiar with that, I will play a video then that actually has music from my band in it, and will show most of my Ibanez guitars. I don't just collect Star Wars stuff. I have a pretty wicked guitar collection too, especially if you're into metal guitars. I will show that off then. But then now I will move on to my fourth guitar, which was actually a bass. This was my first and actually only bass to this day. But back in the day in high school, everybody wanted to be the singer. Nobody wanted to be the bass player, but usually singers that would fail at singing would switch over to bass. So I got this to fill in. This played in many of my bands, was a fill-in bass for like bums who didn't want to buy their own bass. So I always applied to bass. This thing has been dropped. It's been broken and put back together. It's I got to be honest. I don't even know what make this bass is. my guess would be this was out of the Sears catalog. This is like the only guitar I think that I ever got that wasn't from my local music store. A little plug for them, K&S Music, but this was out of that wish book. And I think this is a silver tone because I think that's who made guitars exclusively for Sears. That would be my guess.
Okay.
But another kind of cool story about this, when I decided I wanted a bass, I knew I wanted to go real cheap. I didn't want anything because I wasn't going to be a bass player. It's been used to help me write bass lines for songs that we did.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted something cheap to bang on. And anyway, after what this thing went through, I'm glad I didn't get an expensive one. But so I turned to the Sears Wish book again, and I actually found a bass guitar that was shaped like my Takamine, the pointy instrument of death. And I originally asked, could I get that bass and for Christmas as a Christmas present? And my mom said, yeah. There was like even no hesitation on that because at this point I was playing guitar. I was pretty decent at guitar, so she got me right before Christmas. I don't even know how she had time to change the order, but she did. I was like, you know what? No more instruments of death. I picked this out, and this was what I got that year for Christmas. I love the thing. One of the guys who was bass player in my band at one time called me up the one time, and he's like, yo, can I borrow your bass for a few days or a week or so? It ended up being like a year he had the thing. But at that point I didn't even have a case for it. It was just I kept it in the box that it shipped in. And I remember telling him, all right, you can have it for a couple of weeks. Again, came a couple of years. But I'm like, I'm going to watch you carry it out to your car. And I'm like, hold the bottom of the box. The thing falls out the bottom of the box. Sure enough, going out our front door, right onto the concrete.
Oh.
To this day, the strap button bears the scars. But yeah, this thing has been all over. And the funny thing, too, was you can see that it doesn't say anything on the headstock there. I actually cut out from I don't know, Circus or Hit Parade or magazine back in the day. I used to want a Charvel guitar. And I cut out a logo and taped it on the headstock. He had this bass for like a year, thought it was a Charvel. And one day after he gave it back to me and I brought it to a band practice, I removed the sticker and he goes, what happened to the Charvel logo? I'm like, you thought that was real? I put that on there. But yeah, but anyway, for a long time, people thought it was a Charvel. But so there's the back of it. And a quick shot of the back of the headstock. But anyway, those are my first 4 guitars. I hope I didn't bore anybody with that. But I figure as long as I'm sharing my screen, I might as well bring up, I'll play a quick video here of, I've gravitated to Ibanez Guitars. And this is probably over the last, probably 15 years or so. I amassed a pretty decent little collection, and I still have every one of these guitars. And again, the music is a song. Matter of fact, I think the song that's in this will give everyone on my videos now, veering away from the Star Wars stuff. Anybody might have noticed the real crappy music in my intro, my outro. That's me playing guitar. This will contain the entire song. So you're welcome to turn the volume down and just watch the video. But I'll play that now. These are my Ibanez guitar collection. Now, can you hear the audio?
It's very low, so.
But you can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of have it cranked here, so I don't know if it's. Wait, I'll turn it up. Maybe I'll turn it up further. All right, we'll try this.
Can you raise it just a little bit higher? Or is it too high at triplets? I'm listening.
Okay, now, could you guys hear that?
I could hear it very low, in very low volume. Some people said they couldn't hear it. Chat, were you able to hear it at all?
Let's see something here.
Well, while you're doing that, we are going to start going to the chat. See what all they want to say. Pat S says, Fett for Hire is awesome. He's tweeting this out now. Pudgy's nibbling a cookie. Here's the email if you want to reach out to me with any creators. Agent Pepsi 1 is here. Oh, there's some. Let's see. Yeah, I've welcomed everybody to this point. Agent Pepsi wants Snoopy to get a belly rub because she missed a. Snorter Poopus wanted to play the organ in the worst way, and that's exactly how he plays it. Snort. snort, 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 snort. So Agent Pepsi 1 says, my mom had a pretty room too. Okay. Let's see. And happy birthday to Jacqueline.
Happy birthday, brother.
Happy belated birthday. Okay. Let's see. Agent Pepsi 1 says Richie Blackmore played the Strat.
Yes. Well, one of the reasons I gravitated to a Strat was because I'm a big fan of Yngwie J. Malmsteen, who is also a well-known Stratocaster player. Not that I can play like Yngwie. Don't. I'm not insinuating that, but
yeah, this is we're doing music today, Jacqueline. Let's see. Let's go back to. That says Takumi is better known for acoustic guitars. A classmate and one-time instructor had a classical. Agent Pepsi 1 loves Pyromania.
Yeah, quick story on that album. At that time in my life, I never even heard of Def Leppard. I had recently gotten into Quiet Riot, and my mom didn't like to buy me music, you know, because she knew I like Kiss, and she thought
Mhm.
everything I listened to was creepy. And honestly, the Quiet Riot came about because I kind of have an infatuation with masks and stuff too. And so anybody that's familiar with Quiet Riot, you know, the dude wore a metal mask. And the one year I asked my mom, you know, I'm like, can you get me, all I want for Christmas is this band, Quiet Riot, Metal Health. I'm like, you can't mistake the cover as a guy in a metal mask on the cover and this and that. And well, I guess she couldn't find that. And so she asked my sister, you know, what's a band like Quiet Riot? She recommended Pyromania. And I remember getting that for Christmas, and I was just like, what's this garbage? I'm like, who's this? Anyway, so I listened to it and I loved it. You know, I do love, you know, I kind of, I liked heavier stuff throughout high school, but yeah, I still have a soft spot in my heart for Def Leppard, especially Pyromania. And but yeah, anyway.
John Randall says Kaler is great only because no routing is required.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you can just mount them flush on the face of the guitar, but I don't know. I prefer. They're a nightmare to set up, but Floyd Rose floating trim, which you probably noticed on most of my Ibanez guitars that have them. I just, you know, you can really get what's called a flutter. You know, you can actually pull up on a floating trim and get this flutter effect and stuff, and it's awesome. You can't get that with a Kaler, you know.
Okay.
I know Slayer swears by Kalers, which I'm a big Slayer fan too, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, we mentioned that one about Tiger Stripes. Let's see. Agent Pepsi 1 says one of her girlfriends, Liz, has a Ritchie Blackmore edition Fender Stratocaster with a Marshall short stack. Okay.
I used to play Marshall. I don't know. I kind of gravitated away from them. I just never found one like, you know, they're known for that cool metal tone, but I just never found one I liked. I have a Laney half stack that I used to play back with the band. Matter of fact, I'm looking at it right now. I don't play that too much. Well, it's too powerful for in a house here, but the one that I have behind me here today, it's just a little Ibanez combo amp. And I remember the day I bought it, I probably have this thing a good 10 years now. I really wanted to get like a Marshall or a Line 6 or something, but you know, I just wanted something small I could move around the house here. And I don't know, this one just sounded the best to me. I didn't want an Ibanez because, you know, you can buy like jam packs that are real cheap, you know, come with an Ibanez amp and Ibanez. So I felt cheap, but it sounds real good to me. So that's what I went with.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Jacqueline says, I want to learn slap bass. Small excuse of limited fun. What is slap bass?
I'm stumped on that one too.
Yeah. Gentlemen, if you want to explain that, please do. A working musician suggested that I look at a particular Yamaha offering. Let's see. Still remember it was like $800. Oh my God. My drum kit was about $300. Let's see. Tiger Stripes bought guitar at the pawn, or I guess it's a POS in a pawn shop. Then she got a fake Les Paul. I saw those in the music store where I was taking drum lessons. A Les Paul.
I played a Les Paul before. I don't know. I never gravitated to. Apparently, I like the word gravitated today to Gibson. I don't know. I never got the Gibson thing. I guess maybe because, like I said, you know, I've played Japanese guitars pretty much my entire life, and that's the thing about Ibanez. The reason most people don't like Ibanez is the same reason most people love Ibanez: the necks. The necks on an Ibanez are really flat and really wide. In fact, when I got my first Ibanez, what happened? Sadly, in 1990, December of 1990, my one uncle passed away, and he was a musician. He played guitar, he played accordion, harmonica. Like I forget, he played more instruments than I can remember. But he lent me guitars at one point, you know, just because. And when he passed away, he left me a little bit of money, and I thought, I'm going to waste it. and I did. I wasted a lot of it, but I thought I'm going to make one purchase that I think he would approve of, and I thought I'm going to buy like my dream guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, my dream was either a Charvel or a Jackson with a reverse headstock was my dream. And I went to KNS Music that day with the money. I was going to buy a Charvel or a Jackson because, you know, that's like, I thought that was like the epitome of metal guitar. Dave Mustaine played it from Megadeth. I wanted a Jackson. And at that day, they had just become, well, not that day, but, you know, till I got out there again, they had become an Ibanez dealer. And I took my buddy with me to share my moment of triumph. I'm like, you know, you got to come with me. You're going to share this moment as I buy. He was in my band. I'm like, we're going to do this together. And I was really busy at the music store that day. And he just kept saying, well, while we're waiting, why don't you try these Ibanez guitars? They look pretty cool. I'm like, no. Jackson, Charvel, Jackson, Charvel. Anyway, he ended up talking me into playing one and fell in love with it instantly. And that's what I ordered. I custom ordered an Ibanez. And I remember when I got it, when it finally came in and I brought it home, it didn't feel as good to me when I brought it home. That guitar sat in my room for like a week and I looked at it and I'm like, I paid so much money for this. I feel like I'm letting my uncle down by not playing it. I'm going to learn to love this guitar because anyone who's played Fender, when I play a Fender now, the neck feels like a baseball bat to me. They're big, fat, round, but they're skinny on the fretboard and all the strings are really close together. I cannot stand that anymore. I'm so accustomed to an Ibanez where they're so flat and the strings are spaced so far apart. They're designed for what you call shredding that I can't really play. Well, I can play another guitar, but I'm so accustomed to it. So a lot of times when people try an Ibanez, they don't like it. But my advice is give it some time, get used to it, because once you go to Ibanez, you can't go back. But I'm not endorsed by Ibanez, but I would be if I could be. But I just love the brand, and I actually have a couple. Speaking of signature guitars, in that video you probably saw them. I have two gems, which are Steve Vai model guitars. I have a Universe, which is a 7-string guitar, which is a Steve Vai model, and I have a Paul Stanley. He's known for his PS10. I kind of got the cheaper version, which it wasn't cheap by any means, but the PS10 runs for and I think I got mine 2008. I want to say, no, maybe it was sooner than that. 2000, I forget. But when I got it, the PS10 ran for 10 grand. I love Kiss. I love Paul Stanley, but again, it's not a super Strat. It's a through neck guitar. The neck is painted. I wasn't dropping, even if I had it, I wasn't dropping 10 grand on a guitar. So I went with the PS120. It's got the hardware's slightly different. It's metal hardware, where the PS10 has like plastic tuners and stuff, which I know that sounds cheap, but it's not. But I do love the guitar. It's a great guitar. I don't play it much. I only got it because of nostalgia. Because when I was a kid, matter of fact, I have one of these days I got to do a video too. I'm sitting here looking at. I got a wicked vintage metal lunchbox collection too. That we have here, and I'm looking at it right now. I have a Kiss lunchbox. On that lunchbox, Paul Stanley is playing a PS10. So, and that was my lunchbox in I think it was 2nd grade. Now the lunchbox, I actually it's not my original lunchbox. I had to get a new one off of eBay. I don't know what happened to the old one over the years, but I do have the original thermos. My original thermos from 2nd grade is in the lunchbox. But yeah, I got to show those off one day. But that's why I got the PS120, just because I always dreamt of having Paul Stanley's guitar, and now I kind of do. And it didn't cost me 10 grand.
Oh dear. I think they said it up here. Of course, I'm looking to see what they mean by the slap bass. Yes, I'm saying, boys. John Randall says, drooling over the collection.
Oh, thanks, John. That means a lot because he knows his guitars.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, like, I'll be like, yeah, I got a guitar collection, and well, Gibson, Fender, no, Ibanez, but like, dude, I mean, Ibanez makes some world class guitars, you know.
Okay. Slap technique of playing the electric bass guitar. Snaps finger. Funk Bootsy Collins. Davey 304 and Flea. Oh, okay.
I actually had my bass out for taking those pictures on Friday, and I was playing some slap bass. Speaking of which, because like I'm not by any means a real good, especially all that funky stuff on a bass. I'm not good at that. But little story: when my daughter was a baby, we used to have her bassinet right down here in the front room, and she used to, you know, she's like me now. She would sleep during the day and be up all night, and nothing would calm her down. But I used to have my bass sitting like right beside her bassinet. I was in like a bass mood at that when she was that age, and I used to play "Crush 'Em" by Megadeth, which anybody knows that song. Megadeth was challenged to write a disco song, and so it's like a disco slap bass type thing. And I used to play that. I used to stop my daughter from crying. So Megadeth, it works. Use it on your children.
Okay. Agent Pepsi One's got to take off to start working on lesson plans. Agent Pepsi One, glad you can make it here, and you have a great night.
Yes, thanks for stopping in, Miss Pepsi One.
Yes. All right. Is this a second attempt at the same video, or?
Oh, do you want me to try it again? Okay, let's see.
Or
all right,
yeah, no, I'm going to put it this one here.
I got the Arsenal back up again. I'll try playing. I don't think I clicked share the audio the last time. I'll try it again.
Okay.
If you want to bring it up.
Sure, it's up.
Okay. Now tell me if you can hear it now.
Nope.
Did you say nope?
No.
No. I don't know what's going on here. I clicked share audio. Well, it sucks too because it's not going to work to play my videos either. I'll try it one more time.
Okay.
Okay. I'm clicking the box down on the lower left that says share system audio.
Okay.
You know what? I wonder, I have YouTube up on another screen and I have it muted. I wonder if I close that out. I'm going to try closing that out.
Okay.
Sharing system audio.
Legato's at least putting it out there for if you guys are curious about it. So there you go. Okay, while he's doing that, we will go. All right, let's see.
Okay, so I can't see now. Is it up?
Yep.
Okay, third time's the charm, I hope. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on a second.
Oh, that's better.
You can hear it? All right,
yeah.
I'll start from the beginning.
Guys, just double check. Put in there if you can.
Okay, so I hope everybody heard it at that time.
I heard it, but I was still getting some people saying it they couldn't get it. So I don't know. So out of all those guitars, how many of those are still in your house?
All of them.
Oh, you've kept them all.
Yep, I still have them.
Cool. Very cool. Are they in a room of honor or just stored?
Well, the Ibanez ones are actually right here in my living room. Now, the other ones, Defenders and stuff, I have them tucked away in my closet upstairs, but I don't play them as much.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back in. Hello, Psychosis 29.
Hail to you.
Yes, hail. Let's see. Agent Pepsi, one hand lead. Let's see.
Well, as long as I have everything up here, I guess I'll try. Hopefully, everybody can hear this. But I got a couple other videos I was going to play. I guess I'll try it. This one here was from a show we did. I think this was '97. This was an original song. Hopefully, everybody can hear this. But anyway, here we go. It's called "Shake It."
Can't hear it.
Can't hear it?
No.
That sucks.
Oh well. I'm very impressed at your band because there was a band in high school that I listened to that they were good. I forgot the name of it, but they were a pretty good band. But then when I went to the Air Force, there was a group that was made of some of the barracks people in my barracks, and the guy who sang had cards, and I'm like, oh, really? You have to sing using cards? So
I worked with a guy one time. His heart was in the right place. He deserved to make it, but yeah, like I used to always have to like point to him when he needed to come in and stuff. So yeah, that one didn't work out. But I always wished I could transplant his attitude into some of the other people that had like super talent that I worked with over the years.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like, you could, and they made it obvious. They're holding the lead, the front man is holding the cue card and doing the singing. What was that? Oh. Yeah, I forgot what song that they did it on. But yeah, it was like, oh man, memorize the music, memorize the singing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Looking. Guys, if you got questions out there, comments, please put them out there. Did we want to try the guessing game?
Sure, yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Tell everybody what you had in mind.
I was thinking, again, I don't want to get Raymond a copyright strike, but maybe if I played a couple bars as something, now, of course, it's going to be kind of hard rock, heavy metal related, but I thought maybe everybody could try to guess what it is. Because and I haven't played some of this stuff for a long time myself, so I may not know what it is myself.
All right.
Now, everybody can hear that, I hope.
Yes. Chat, confirm that you can hear that.
Okay, they can hear that. Cool.
Yeah.
At least something's working out, right?
Okay. Of course I didn't. Okay. We got yeses. Okay, we're good to go.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I'll play it, whatever pops into my head. Okay. I'm sure John Rendell will get this one.
I know this one. Back in Black.
You got it. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, John couldn't remember that one. Probably my crappy plan. Oh, I got it.
Legata says, when did your band Roulette come into being? How long did it last? And will you ever outlast their Take It Sleazy song?
Will I ever outlast? No, probably not. That would probably outlast me, especially with Legatus pushing it all the time. But Roulette, it's kind of a tough question because it's kind of the same band I started in high school, and it kind of morphed into that. We went through a bunch of names, bunch of different lineup, but the drummer and I were pretty much songwriters for the entire project. And I want to say it was around 90, 91 when it kind of became Roulette. But it started out as like a thrash metal band. That's what I always wanted to play. I like the heavy stuff. And we went through like a year where the drummer couldn't play. He got like tinnitus real bad in his ear, and we had to take like a year off. And over that year, we started writing songs, and the next thing I knew, they were kind of gravitating to things like Take It Sleazy. And I was like, oh, you know what? After having a year off, I'm just glad to be playing stuff. So it kind of became Roulette. And so that lasted a couple of years, probably till from about 91 to 97. 97, it was one of those things. I felt like we were moving in the right direction. We recorded an album in an actual studio and put it out ourselves and everything. And then life kind of happened. We all kind of went our separate ways. I had a kid, that sort of thing. And we tried off and on ever since, to do something again. And then my thing happened in 2012 where, actually it was like 2010s when I started having issues with numb hands and stuff. And for anybody that missed it, I talked about it before, but I got this thing called Chiari malformation where I was actually going paralyzed. And still I have, even though I had the corrective surgery, matter of fact, the anniversary is on the 12th of this month. 10 years ago on the 12th of August, I had the brain surgery to prevent me from going paralyzed, but I still got numb hands and stuff. So playing the guitar for long periods of time, especially, I just can't do it anymore. But on the upside, which it's devastating to me, but that's what led to me making the graphics, whatever you want to call them, the garbage that I make on a daily basis. But yeah, so that's how I got into doing that. But
now, okay, so that disease is just at first I thought, it's something that happens to guitar people, but evidently this was a freak thing that happened to you.
This is a rare thing. Matter of fact, doctors don't even know much about it. dude, you could have it and not even know it. Some people have it and never have symptoms. Unfortunately, I come to find out that my aunt had it, and but she never had any symptoms of it. Me, I mean, there are different stages of it, and worst case, you die. But so luckily, I didn't have that happen to me. But I had a pretty severe case of it where, yeah, I was. There were days I woke up and I couldn't even move. Now the surgery that I had, it doesn't. There's no cure. There's no. I still have it. But what happened was over time, what it is the lower part of the brain called the cerebellum herniated through the opening in the base of my skull, and it was crushing my spinal cord.
Ow.
And from my whole life of pressure building it up, it created a fluid-filled sac that was crushing my spine and causing me to go paralyzed. So what they did was they drained that. And so, knock on wood, to this day, I'm still walking. It sucks that I can't play guitar like I used to, but at least I'm still walking, and at least I can still, even when I'm making like the memes and stuff, after a long time, my hands go numb and I have to take a break, but I'm still moving.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Legata says you're a genius memer.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yes. All right.
Little thing on the Take It Sleazy too. The way that song came about, the drummer, well, it's his ex-girlfriend now, but the drummer's girlfriend at the time had a brother who his favorite saying when he said goodbye was he didn't like saying goodbye. He said, "Take it sleazy." So that's where that came from. Anyway.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Sandra says you're lucky. And John Randall says, glad that you're here. I agree totally, brother. I agree totally.
Well, I'm glad I'm here too, because I wouldn't have met you guys.
Oh, thank you. All right. Next bar.
Okay. Might as well continue down the same path.
Oh, God. I know it's AC/DC, but for the life of me, I don't know the song.
Okay, I'll give it a minute, see if anybody gets it in the chat. Nope, John Randall got it.
You got it? All right.
Yep. I'm trying to think of, it's like I know a lot of metal stuff, but I don't know if anybody would guess it other than me. So I'm trying to think of like hard rock, and AC/DC was brought up on the channel recently, so I figure everybody.
Legata says, was it your wife/girlfriends in the video?
No. Those videos, all those were when I first thought about dabbling in YouTube. I just took our old songs and I just used stock footage to try to learn how to edit videos. And fortunately, I did, because that's how I'm doing the stuff I'm doing now for your channel, my channel, all that stuff. But that's all that was, just a little experiment in that. And that's another thing too. My channel. One regret I have with that is my channel is my channel. Right. I kind of wish I would have made a separate channel for the stuff I put on now, because I have. If you look at my channel, I think the date was 2012 or something like that was when I made my channel, and it's my personal channel that I have a decade worth of saved videos and stuff that I switched to private, but I wish I would have went like a different route and done a separate channel for the Fett for Hire stuff. But anyway, so
why is that?
Why do I wish I would have done a separate? Well, I mean, okay, so I told the story before about me getting kicked off of Facebook. I mean, I totally see me getting kicked off of YouTube at some point, and then I'm gonna lose all my, my stuff, my saved stuff from a decade. I mean, I could start over. I should probably mirror the channel and get all my personal stuff off of there, because that's where you'll notice like I have the roulette stuff is still on it, because back before I found Doomcock and started doing that stuff, I just used to put stupid crap like that on there just so I didn't lose it, because you couldn't hear the audio, but in like the live video there, the picture's grainy. The sound quality is terrible. That's probably why you couldn't hear it. The sound quality is terrible, but that's a rough transfer off an old VHS tape, and I just didn't want to lose it, so that's why that's on there. I just haven't had the heart to delete it. But
okay,
yeah,
I'm just trying to take a hint.
Oh, Comic
Yeah.
Relief Crusaders here.
Yes, hello, Comic Relief Crusader.
Hell,
Glad
buddy.
you're here. Missed you yesterday, but I know you were probably quite busy.
Yeah,
So,
missed a good one though.
Yeah, it was a good one.
It was a good Just Cause.
Yes, just good. Yes, he says, hail to my chatters and hail to both kings talking now, the King Dolphin and the King Memer. Of course. Let's see. He's on the phone listening. So, yeah. Because, what I've been doing is just backing up. I don't know how to put it on another channel, all the live streams and stuff like that.
I actually created another channel. I have another channel called, it's been a while. Oh, Cloud City Central. Because I know Doomcock had always mentioned that live streams kill the algorithm. So I do have a second channel that I always thought if I do start live streaming, I'm going to put them on there. Kind of like how he has a Harvey Zone, but I've never done anything with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to mess around with that, see if I can move stuff over there. Although Legatus says, no, don't delete the... You just like looking at the women in the video, Legatus.
Oh, I might have to think.
I can't play that one on King Dolphin TV. I'll get Raymond kicked off of here. That's what I mean. That's why I'll probably lose my channel. You know what's going to happen? I'm finally going to, if I ever get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to get kicked off of here. I know it. Because that's what happened on Facebook. Like I said, I thought I never even thought of YouTube. I just was, I was a big fan of Facebook at the time, not anymore. But I created I actually had several Facebook pages at one time, but kind of really focused on the Star Wars stuff. And it's funny because they kicked me off of Facebook, but my page is still there. So I created a bogus account now. If anybody who doesn't have Twitter wants to, I put the Doomcock stuff on my Facebook page. That's Star Wars Fett for Hire on Facebook. I'm also on there as Fett FOR Hire. Fett for Hire is my kind of bogus account on there. But you can find me there too if you want to talk to me or whatever. But I don't go on Facebook much anymore. Can't really stand the platform. But again, I keep it around for the page. For sharing, our YouTube friends, I share stuff because I still have several thousand followers on the Star Wars page, and so I reach more people on there. So I keep Facebook around for that. And you probably noticed too when I share my screen, I just find it easier to, especially like on Just Cause when I'm making stuff in the background that nobody's supposed to know about. I didn't say that. I throw it in an album on Facebook real quick, and then I can pop it up real quick. So. That's the only reason I keep Facebook around. The best place to catch me is on Twitter, because I don't even check my Raymond. I don't even check my email as much as I should anymore because I don't care about Facebook and I don't care what goes on in my email. But
we at least we can I can give you a ping and let you know when there's something in the email.
Yeah, I always recommend that. Like, if you send something in an email, hit me up on Twitter too. Say, "Yo, dumbass, check your sorry, I know you like curse, but check your email."
Legata says, "Yeah, I sent Fett some images to use in the past via Facebook." Yes,
he did. Anyone that saw the Harvey getting a lap dance from Harriet picture, that was all Legatus there.
Oh, I gotta check that one out. Where's that? Let's see. All right, let's have another guess the song.
Another guess the song. Okay, this one, it's gonna get a little harder now because I'm gonna start getting more into like metal. But see if you know this one. Okay.
It sounds familiar, but
oh, John got it. Holy smokes! I didn't think anybody would get that one.
Sandra came back and said, "I know who's going to win this." Sandra says, "Oh, I think I know who's going to win this," and he's already showing that.
Yeah, John even got the song. It's "Eyes of a Stranger" by Queensryche. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I've
never been a big Queensryche persons.
Oh, dude, you got to check them out. They did an album. I think it was 1988.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like, I'm not a big Rush fan or music like that, but if you like that type of music,
Mm-hmm.
you would probably like Operation Mindcrime as a concept album Queensryche did in '88.
Mm-hmm.
That Eyes of a Stranger is on. That album is a masterpiece.
Hmm.
Like I always kind of liked Queensryche. I love their previous album before that. Rage for Order was great, but I was so infatuated with Queensryche in 1988.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go to school and get started on for my shirt. I had a Queensryche shirt, and everybody was like, "Yo, you homo! What is that? Queensryche? How do you eat?" Sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that. What what kids back in the 80s, why do you even say that? Queensryche? And the funny thing was, and the same thing happened with Metallica. I used to have, I had the war vest back in high school with all the band patch logos and everything all over it. And I had this one patch in particular, which I don't even know how people used to see it because I had long hair and it was up under my hair, but I had a Metallica Creeping Death patch.
Mm-hmm.
And people all the time, I won't curse, but I'm going to beat you up. How dare you wear Metallica's lame? You're lame and this and that. And then I graduated and both bands, man, almost back to back, like everybody discovered Metallica. And then Metallica was all you heard. All you saw was people wearing Metallica shirts. I got threatened to get beaten up for liking Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
And then Queensryche came out with Silent Lucidity. And no offense to anyone that likes that song, but I hate that song. I think that's the worst song they ever did. And just everybody just flocked to that song, and everybody was wearing Queensryche shirts too. I was ahead of my time. I was always like that. Just like The Simpsons, okay? I'm not a big fan of them anymore, but I used to watch, if anybody remembers, they started on the Tracy Ullman show. They were just
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. I had a Bart Simpson shirt back when it was the Tracy Ullman show. I remember, what's that? Look how that's stupid. That person can't draw. That went on to be one of the biggest cartoons in history. Ren and Stimpy, the same way. I had a Ren and Stimpy shirt. And what's that garbage? And then like every cartoon after that became so poorly drawn and was like, it was the staple of cartoons, And now I look back at that stuff. I can't stand how ugly cartoons are now. I miss like stuff like Voltron and the Transformers and stuff like that. People actually took the time to sit down and draw,
Yeah. Thundercats.
Thundercat. Yeah, all that great stuff. Battle of the Planets, man.
Yeah. Yes.
Transwar Z. Or Mazinger Z, it was originally called. Yeah, I miss that stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Those were the days.
Yes, the good old days. I miss them.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next one.
Okay. Since I mentioned it.
Oh, I got that one.
Oh, King Dolphin got that one.
Yeah. I'm trying to learn the drums on that.
Yeah, a lot of people say Lars sucks. Yeah, he's not great, but I love the old Metallica stuff. Not a big fan of the new stuff. Pretty much after Master of Puppets, everything's kind of dead to me, but I do like the old stuff. But I'm a big Megadeth fan. Anybody who knows me knows I kind of, when it comes to Megadeth and Metallica, there's no question for me. I think Megadeth is the better band. And speaking of which, any Megadeth fans out there, new album coming out in September. Yeah, September. Looking forward to that. They released 2 singles already, and it sounds like old Megadeth.
Oh, okay.
And I love people are online already trashing it. It sounds like this song. It sounds like that song. It sounds like old. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what us Megadeth fans are wanting. Yeah,
old school stuff.
I want the good stuff.
Yeah.
Don't ruin it for me.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right.
Oh, since King Dolphin got the last one, I'll do another one. You probably get this one, Rim.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I knew you get that one. You beat everybody.
Yeah, that's actually how I started listening to Danzig. I happened to where did I see it from? On I actually was it. It wasn't. It wasn't MTV because they started going south very soon. But I know it was a music video and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was probably the live one. I hit that album was actually out. I think it was like a year before they released a live version of that song, and that's when that really took off. I really wasn't aware of it till that point either, even though I was aware of the Misfits. Kind of hard to be a Metallica or Megadeth fan from back in the day, and because they were big fans of the Misfits, not know about Danzig. But I didn't catch on until like the re-release live video either.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that album is pretty classic. I do like the Danzig stuff too. Misfits also. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Although I gotta say, I'm not big into punk. I don't consider myself a punk fan, but I do like the Misfits and the Ramones. Now I know a lot of real diehard punk fans don't consider them punk, and actually, to be even more honest, I like a lot of the Misfits stuff with Michael Graves too. I love Danzig, but some of the Michael Graves stuff is very underrated.
Yeah. They actually. Have you heard of a band called Graveyard?
That sounds familiar, but it might just be because the evil sounding Graveyard. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I know you mentioned them yesterday, and I forgot to look them up.
Yeah. All right. There to help out the Comic Relief Crusader since he's here. There's his GoFundMe. Hail Comic Relief Crusader.
Cool.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Let's spread the wealth. Put something else out there.
You mean me?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to play something?
Yeah.
All right. Since you're getting all the gravy stuff. All right.
Got me. John Randall will probably get this one.
Nobody?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Wild Child by Wasp. Yep, John says he's heard it. Yep, it's Wild Child by Wasp. That was one of my favorite band. Matter of fact, going back to the war vest that I wore in high school. I don't know if you remember, but back in the 80s, every metalhead had that big giant patch in the middle of their back, the back patch. I had one of Wasp. It was like the centerpiece of my war vest. And that was so hated by everybody in my town. Because anybody that's not familiar with Wasp, they were outrageous. The singer would drink blood from a skull on stage. They would have like naked women on racks. They would throw live meat out into the audience. They were bad boys back then. And my back patch had the singer of the band drinking blood from a skull on a thing. And people used to like despise me over that. And I used to have people used to always punch me in the back and, oh, you had a wasp on your back, all that crap. You still there, Raymond? Uh-oh.
Yes.
Okay.
But then we've got Lady Gaga wearing steak suits nowadays.
John says Kiss meets Alice Cooper meets Rob Zombie. Yep, that's what Wasp was. They like Wasp, Lizzy Borden. They kind of took Kiss and Alice Cooper to like the next level.
Mm.
Matter of fact, Wasp is supposed to be doing a reunion tour this year, and
Okay.
although it's really only the singer, but over the last few decades, Blackie, the singer, he became like a born again Christian, and he refused to do like a lot of their old music, and that's been the big question for this year. It's like the 40th anniversary or something. They asked him right out, "You going to do like some of the old songs and not alter the lyrics?" And he said, "Well, that's what brought me to the table." So he's doing it supposedly, but matter of fact, that's one of my favorite things when I first joined Twitter. My old Facebook account, it sucked losing that because I was friends with a lot of like famous musicians and stuff. And when I first joined Twitter, I think it was the first person to follow me, Chris Holmes, the guitar player from Wasp. To this day, man, I check, I check at least once a week. I got to scroll all the way down to my like friends on Twitter and just make sure he's still there, because the guy has throat cancer right now too.
Oh.
He moved like a decade ago. He moved to France. He got so fed up with the music scene here and stuff, and he lives in France now. But yeah, he's got like throat cancer. Last I checked up on him, he was okay. But nobody, like, I grew up listening to Kiss initially, but nobody has influenced my style of guitar playing more than Chris Holmes from Wasp. A very underrated guitar player. I have seen videos that corroborated this too. Like Chris says he changed the sound of Wasp when he got in the band, and I heard the stuff from before, they recorded their first album, and I can hear what Chris did and brought to Wasp, and there's just something missing without him in the band. I love that guy.
Have you've heard of a band? I know you've heard of a band called Saxon.
Saxon, yeah.
Dallas 3:15. No, Dallas 3 p.m.
I was never a big fan of them back in the day. I don't know why. A lot of people in my circle were. I just recently started going back and watching some stuff. Probably everybody in this YouTube Twitter circle has heard of Razor Fist, the Rageaholic. He's a big YouTuber. He's on Twitter. He at the end of all his videos, he plays a little snippet of a song, and the one day he played a song, and I thought that sounds awesome. So I checked in his credits there to see who it was, and it was Saxon. The song was called Red Star Falling. I don't know if you heard that one. It's more of a recent one. But,
Okay.
That song is a masterpiece. I gotta say, I do love that one.
Yeah, but the Dallas one, oh my God, the riff on that was just awesome.
Well, that's another thing about 80s metal too, man. Like, nobody can touch the riffs nowadays. They're all that same, drop D, chug. I love a lot of new stuff. I listen to some of it, but and I hate to sound like my parents, but everything sounds the same nowadays in metal. There was, in the early 2000s, there's kind of like this thing where like bands like Killswitch Engage, Shadows Fall, All It Remains. I still love that stuff, and I still listen to it on occasion. I thought that was going to be like the new cool thing, but I don't know. It just kind of all became watered down to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So I've gone back to the old stuff, even like who I've been listening to lately, like for 2 weeks now. I don't even know why. I think it's because I did a video not that long ago, and I was talking to John Rendell in my YouTube comments about Roxy Petrucci from Vixen. So I've been watching some old Vixen interviews and concerts and stuff. That's one band that should have been bigger than what they were. And I think just the fact that they look like Barbie dolls kind of worked against them, but they were very good musicians. And I told a story to John. I might as well tell it here. Back when I was on Facebook the first time, no one, a lot of well-known musicians and stuff, I'm guessing one of them shared it, but I made a meme back in my early days of memery. One of my first memes I ever made was anybody that's familiar with Vixen, there was 4 women, and 3 of them were blondes, and the drummer was a brunette. Well, I've always been a brunette guy, I kind of never got the Barbie doll thing, but so I made a meme. I singled out Roxy in some pictures, and I said, always was, always will be a Roxy guy. And no sooner did I post that on Facebook, Roxy sends me a message and says, "Can you tag me in that photo?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Absolutely. You know what I mean? So I tagged her in that and immediately sent her a friend request. She never accepted. I'm still devastated to this day.
Oh.
But she still saw the picture and I tagged her in it and I hope she liked it. But yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah. My favorite, this kind of date me, but my favorite girl metal band was the Runaways.
Runaways. Lita Ford.
Yes.
Joan Jett. Yes. Yeah. I'm not as familiar with the Runaway stuff, but obviously I know Lita Ford and Joan Jett. I know their stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And of course, Lita Ford was married at one time to Chris Holmes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, John is saying, and Chris Holmes just got over the cancer, and he's doing well.
Yeah, that, you know, you always think, you know, nobody deserves cancer. That dude, man, he's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool too, because I remember I was friends with him on Facebook initially too, and I remember when he moved to France. You know, that guy, he's written some. I can't imagine living my life not having the first 2 Wasp albums. First 3 now, really, because back in the day when their third one came out that Chris was on as well, I didn't care for it as much, but now I really appreciate it now that I'm older. But I can't imagine. He wrote like the soundtrack to my life. And I watch these videos on YouTube of guys like Vince Neil that just they live in a small city.
Mm-hmm.
They have a mansion and horses and boats. You would think Chris Holmes should have that. No, I remember when he was moving to France, he put his, he had the crappiest like 86 or 87 Firebird you ever saw in your life. There were no door panels. He loved the car. It was like his first car or something. He kept it and he sold it to move to France. He didn't want to sell it. He loved this car, you know, and I want to see a guy like that living in a mansion, but you know, he's so content just being him. I don't know. Anyway,
John Randall says, Roxy and Snorter Poopus are wizened bear. Says, how dare you, Roxy?
I know, right? Don't you know who I am?
Yeah, he's the evil genius.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm sure she doesn't know who I am. Sadly,
yeah.
You know, they're still playing. They're still playing. I've been watching some of their new stuff. They got a different. Well, I think everybody in the band is different right now except Roxy. But anybody familiar with MTV, especially Headbangers Ball back in the 80s, the band.
Oh my God, yes, I remember.
If you ever saw Femme Fatale, Lorraine Lewis is now Vixen singer, and they're still playing.
Oh.
Which is cool.
I remember Headbangers Ball.
Oh man, I used to have friends used to come up because I live outside of town, so all my friends used to come to my house. You know, because at like what was that? That was like 11 to like 1 in the morning or something. Mm-hmm. We could make a little more noise up here, and my friends just come up, and we just got like a Domino's pizza was new to the area back down. Back then, and we used to order Domino's because they delivered late at night at midnight, and we'd watch the ball and eat pizza. The Ball, man, that's where I discovered the band Savatage. Anybody familiar with Savatage? That's a great band. You probably are, and you probably don't even know it, because almost everybody has heard of Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's pretty much Savatage.
Oh wow.
So yeah, with a lot of other musicians as well, but the core of Trans-Siberian Orchestra is pretty much Savatage. They're a great band.
Oh wow.
Grew up in those guys too. Yeah, I remember me and my buddies, you know, we disagreed on a lot of things, but at the time they had a video called Hall of the Mountain King. And, you know, we'd all just be like talking and, oh, that's lame. This video's like, Hall of the Mountain King would come on. We'd all shut up and be like, that was awesome.
This is from Savatage?
Savatage, yeah.
How's that spelled?
It's like sabotage, but with a V.
Okay.
My understanding is their original name was Avatar. And they released, and this was back before the internet, so like they thought they invented it or whatever, but and before the movies and stuff. Right. And their original name was Avatar, and I think they even released their first album under the name Avatar. And they were touring, and they got a phone call one day, and apparently there was some European band that was bigger than them at the time named Avatar and said, "Yo, stop using the name now."
Mm-hmm.
And so they were trying. They did not want to give up Avatar, and I think because the singer and the guitar player were brothers, and I think one of them suggested Sabotage, and I forget but they basically combined Sabotage and Avatar, so it's Savatage with a V.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, Ms. Martin Muses. Welcome aboard.
Hail to you.
Enjoy the ride.
I don't recognize that name. I think that's a new one.
Yeah, she does. They do. She does Tolkien books on her channel.
Oh, I will have to check that out. I think I know that one. I will have to subscribe to it.
Renier is a guest on that one.
Oh, that's got to be cool then.
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, another guest song.
Okay. I'm sure you won't get this one, but I was just talking about them, so. Nobody's getting that one.
No.
I don't even think John Randall's going to get that one.
Oh. Yeah, I got nothing on that one.
Okay, I know the suspense is killing everyone. That was Sabotage.
Oh,
Strange
okay.
Wings.
Oh, okay.
Thought I'd play a little Sabotage. That was an easy one. They got some complicated stuff. I won't even try that. Trying to think how Hall of the Mountain King went. Something like that.
Okay.
But anyway, a little more Sabotage.
All right. That does sound. That does sound like a. Yeah, John was drawing a blank on that one.
Oh, the video for Hall of the Mountain King is awesome too. It's like all medieval looking and stuff. So, yeah, you'd probably enjoy that one.
Let's see. How was your Iron Maiden?
Iron Maiden?
Yeah.
Okay. Hope this doesn't get you a copyright strike. Oh, and my guitar cuts out.
Okay. Which one is that from?
Well, let's see if John Randall gets that one. He should get that one.
Yeah,
that one's pretty well known. It's a pretty well known one. Matter of fact, it's off my favorite Maiden album.
Ah.
Well, one of many, but I'll give you a hint. It's off a science fiction related album because the cover is all sci-fi. There's a hint. No, he doesn't know it. Okay, that was Wasted Years off of Somewhere.
Oh my gosh, that's Wasted Years?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, you took an obscure riff from it. That's cheating.
Well, it's the intro.
Oh, okay.
That's like the iconic intro. And plus they play it. Well, I love Maiden, but they overplay stuff, and they played out like I think they play 4 bars of that before the solo even. That's like that's like the whole song.
Wow. Okay.
Something like that. I forget the verses, but from the coast to gold, across the 7 seas. Yeah, I know I can't sing.
John Randall bangs head on table.
Well, that's what headbangers do.
Uh-huh.
You're supposed to bang your head.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, wow. We are at 141. How much more time you got before you got to bail for
I think I'm good for a while. What did we say, 7?
Yeah, 7.
No, I'm good for a while.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we can go a little over. No more than 8.
I'm sure you'll all be sick of me by that long. If you're not already.
Cobalt Eagle says metal health will drive you mad. Oh, I know that song, but the name escapes me. Oh,
You just said it, Mental Health.
oh, Mental Health.
That's why I played it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to make anybody guess it when Cobalt just said it. Hail Cobalt, Bald Eagle, by the way.
Oh,
And I'm sure Pudgy's around too.
Oh yeah, Pudgy's around. He's on a sugar bounce. Let's see. What the heck? Do you know SS Death Star Supergalactic by Hansel and Gretel? Huh?
No.
No.
That one eludes me.
Do you know Juju Bone?
Juju Bone
by Danzig.
No, I'm afraid I don't know that one.
Okay.
I think, man, it's been so long since I played Danzig.
Oh, okay.
I think Mother's the only thing I even remember right now.
Okay. John Randall says, sick of Fett, never gonna happen. You got that right. You got that right, guys.
Give it time. Give it time.
Oh, boy. So,
I'm so sweaty here. The guitar's falling off my lap.
Which one are you playing right now?
I am playing. Hold on. I'm playing the Gem 7. Let me think. 7. That's the thing with Ibanez. They have such long names and stuff. I think it's the Gem 7V.
Okay,
it sucks. I wish I could have showed the videos because I have a music video that I made for our one song that I was going to play in during the solo. It has the guitar on it. I'm actually playing, but I might have a picture of it here. Okay. I will look. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. Man, I wish we had Pudgy's voicemail music.
Yeah, I got to get a camera. I'm thinking maybe if and when I ever get to the 1,000, maybe I'll do like the whole reveal thing and scare everybody with my frightening good looks. But I have like our old camera from because it might be 2 years ago now. Our old computer went, and the one that I'm using here was just supposed to be temporary, and it don't even have a. I was more worried about the making of things and than having a camera and stuff. And I have our old camera here, but I don't have it hooked up. But hold on.
Heavy metal and Star Wars, really.
Yeah, well, there is a meme out there, and I didn't make it, that says, because it's a meme, so it's true. 99%, what was it? 99% of Star Wars fans are metalheads, or 99% of metalheads are Star Wars, something like that. But I think it's true. I think that's true.
Yeah, the internet says so.
Let's see if I can bring this up. I will share my screen and see if it comes up.
Okay, so that's the one you've got right now.
Yep, the black kind of looking tar splattered looking one.
Yeah,
yep,
that's like the texture.
That's exactly what I'm playing right now. That's a Gem. I think it's a Gem 7 DBK. I think it's a. Let me look at the neck here. 99 model. It's from 1999. 90s, late 80s, and through the 90s was some of the best years for Ibanez guitars. This is a Steve Vai model. You can see the handle in it, which I got my hand through it right now and I'm holding it. It's got a monkey grip handle in it.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. The finish was, I think what they did was, it's black, and I think they put some kind of acid on it or something, and it ate the paint away. Because I actually talked to somebody on Twitter not that long ago about it, and because I posted a picture of this guitar on National Guitar Day, and they said they always wanted this guitar, but they used to get a rash from the whatever acid they used on this. I guess it can still be on it or something. I don't know. It never bothered me, but how metal is that? I have an acid-eating guitar.
Yeah.
And if you look, it's hard to see in the picture too, but the dots on the neck, the fret markers, they look like Phillips head screws.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, it's like this is the only model Gem that they ever did that on. That they look like it looks like somebody put screws in the fretboard. But
interesting.
Yeah. And the mirror pickguard has the mirror pickguard. DiMarzio, I want to say Blaze pickups are in this one. They're Steve Vai model DiMarzio pickups. That's I have one guitar with active pickups in it. They take batteries. They're EMGs. I don't know. Slayer always played, all the big metal stuff nowadays. They all have the active pickups. I don't know. I don't like them. They're great for, lost my pick. They're great for that chuggy stuff. But when you're trying to shred and do stuff like, you know, like, stuff like that, they just, I don't know, bottom end sounds like tin. So I prefer active pickups, and I'm a big fan of DiMarzios.
Okay.
And the pickups that you see there, those are the two side by side single coil looking. Those are active DiMarzio passive pickups.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no worries. No worries. I'm a drummer. I don't know from guitars. I know there's a lot of smart guitar people out there. Legatus Legionary says, gives a question. Heavy metal bands with electric keyboards, a la Rammstein, yay or nay?
It depends. I know some Rammstein. I'm not even sure how to say it. I know some of their stuff, but I do listen to some things with keyboards in it. Again, I can't listen to, like I said, I've kind of gone back to my pre-thrash roots, and I've been listening to a lot of stuff. I mean, even Def Leppard, even Quiet Riot, Wasp even. It's one of the reasons why I didn't care for their third album as much, because there was a lot of keyboard synthesizer-y stuff. But even like Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time, it's one of my favorite albums of theirs. Judas Priest, Turbo. They introduced synthesizers on those albums. So I can't totally hate keyboards and synthesizers. And even bands like Europe. I love the band Europe. You know, everybody knows the Final Countdown. You know, they're a big keyboard band, and the keyboard is what everybody knows from the Final Countdown. So yeah, I don't despise keyboards. I listen to a lot of stuff with it in. Matter of fact, I wish I could have played it again. The song, one of the lyric video that I was going to play from my band has keyboards at the end of it. But
let's see.
I dabbled in the piano. Like I said, my mom played the piano, and she actually played piano for our local church. And one of the cool things was she had the keys to the church, because we didn't have a piano. We weren't rich growing up, and so she never got a piano for herself. She got instruments for us and toys for us and that. But she had the keys to the church, and she used to go down throughout the week and get to practice with an empty church. And I just thought that was so awesome. You know, I'd take Star Wars toys down, or Hot Wheels, and I'd go up on the stage all by myself, or I'd act out Star Wars on stage in front of nobody. That was so cool.
With the music in the background.
Yeah, with my mom playing piano in the background. And it was cool because it was, it wasn't the biggest church ever, but it had that echo. It just sounded so good in there. And fortunately, again, like I said, my one uncle passed away. That was another purchase that I made when he passed. I took some money and I finally bought my mom a piano. So I finally gave her a piano in the house for all the guitars she bought me and stuff growing up. Kind of a little return in the favor, but sorry, I'm losing my voice here.
Oh, that's okay. Remember, you gotta hold your voice for Doomcock.
Oh, it's not going to matter. It's just one of those days, like I said, with the rain here and my Chiari thing here. On days like this, my throat just closes up, and of course, it had to happen. I need to talk today. Yeah.
Well, we're getting. I don't know whether in the background we've got a motorcycle, or thunder boomers.
All we get here is most, since they made you can drive motorcycle, like dirt bikes and all on their street here in PA now, all day long, all times of the day and night, and it's always the loudest ones that go right in front of my house.
Yeah,
you probably heard some on this.
Yeah, I'm looking at the front that's passing by, and yeah, we're on the southern part of the wave. But Cobalt says, perhaps you should end and rest the voice. Well, it's up to him.
I'm good for a little bit yet.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I see John. Was John? Yeah, John mentioned Dio. Let's see if I remember this one. Nope, I don't. All right, hold on. You know that one, John?
Come on, John.
Little hint, I just made a Doomcock meme like a week or two ago of the album cover.
Okay, everybody get on to your...
No cheating. No cheating.
No cheating.
Yep, he got it. First song John learned on bass, too. Sweet. I think... I kind of was a little late into Dio. I think the first song I learned from him was off the Last in Line, Mystery. It's kind of like an underrated song of his, I think. I love the song Mystery.
Okay.
And that's another weird thing too. You know, and again, I don't mean to offend anybody that likes him because I get it, but I was never big on Black Sabbath. I like Dio stuff after Black Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Ozzy's stuff after Black Sabbath, though I don't even care for Ozzy singing too much. All right, don't stone me too bad. But what I love Ozzy
I don't disagree.
I love Ozzy for the guitar players. He has had, okay, everybody knows Randy Rhoads. Okay, I'm not disputing that one iota. Randy Rhoads was a legend. I love Randy Rhoads. Speaking of Randy Rhoads, hold on a second. See if you can get this one.
Oh, I know that one.
Okay, I don't want to get a copyright strike, but yes, okay. Randy Rhoads, love Randy Rhoads. But I got to say, Jakey Lee, the guy that replaced Randy Rhoads, that guy was so ahead of his time. Yep, John Rendell got a Crazy Train. I knew people knew.
I was first.
Oh, sorry. Well, everybody knows that one. You can't watch it. You can't I don't even watch football, but people have it on at work in the break room, and I hear Crazy Train playing at football games. But back to Jakey Lee, the guy that replaced him. Okay, close your ears, Pudgy. But the balls on this guy to step in there after a legend like Randy Rhoads. All right, he raised the bar, I thought, because that guy was doing drop tuning. He was playing with his thumb. He was doing so much stuff on especially Bark at the Moon. And he wrote most of that stuff. Ozzy, like if you look at that album, you can look it up on YouTube. I'm not making this up. Ozzy and Sharon screwed him out of the royalties on that stuff. Jakey Lee wrote most of that stuff, and they basically pulled on him. You'll become famous from being in my band. You'll make a new band down the road. Like I'm going to screw you now. You can screw your guys later. Right now, you just do what I tell you. But Jakey Lee, Bark at the Moon is a phenomenal album, and I even think Ultimate Sin with Shot in the Dark and Killer Giants, all that stuff. Jakey Lee, anybody that likes,
is that Thunder on Our Side?
Thunder in the East. Anybody that likes Ozzy needs to go back and re-listen to those albums and like give that a new lease on life, man. Jakey Lee is the man. He's one of my favorite guitar players.
John Rendell agrees with you. He was killer.
Jake's the man. He still has a band to this. Red Dragon Cartel. He has a band now. They actually play some Ozzy stuff live. Jakey Lee era, of course. But Jakey Lee, check him out.
Okay.
Speaking of influences, I might as well. I don't think I touched on that. My influences for guitar playing, Jakey Lee, of course, Chris Holmes. Anybody that knew me back in the day, and is familiar with Dawkins, George Lynch, big influence on my playing. I used to be able to know how to play almost every Dawkins song. People probably know Dream Warriors from Nightmare on Elm Street soundtrack, but he was a big influence.
Oh, okay.
Might even be able to whip out some, see if I remember some Dawkins. You know that one, John? Of course, I didn't play it quite as good as George Lynch, but Dawkins only has one song, Dream Warriors. No, seriously, you got to check. Under Lock and Key came before Dream Warriors. Under Lock and Key. Oh, Breaking the Chains. Nope, close. Breaking the Chains. See if I remember that one. Something like that. That was Breaking the Chains.
Hello, Cobalt.
Hail, Cobalt. Dream Warriors.
Yeah, I agree. iHeartRadio. I don't listen to iHeartRadio. I listen to Pandora.
I don't listen to much radio. When we got our new car, it came with I think it was Sirius, and we got like I forget what it was. It was 6 months of free Sirius, and I didn't use it until like the last month or two, and I found like Hair Metal Nation and all of that stuff, and was listening to it religiously. But yeah, the subscription ran out, and I've been just trying to upgrade like my stuff for making pictures and doing a YouTube thing, and also I kind of let that one. I kind of miss that now though, because I don't know, never was anything that really appealed to me much on the radio.
Yeah,
again.
Sirius XM is a bait and switch, if you ask me. Now there's my strike.
Oh, did you get one?
No. It probably will now that I bad-mouthed Sirius.
Oh.
Legatus asks, what do you think when Kirk Hammett replaced Dave Mustaine in Metallica? I recall James Hetfield saying how much he improved the band and made him play better because of his level of play. No disrespect to Kirk Hammett fans out there, but I think he sucks. To be blunt, I don't know. Back in the day, Metallica was a different band when he joined the band. They were still doing songs of Dave Mustaine's, and I don't know. Kirk never really was a great guitar player, and and again, John, I don't mean to make you mad either, but in my opinion, Ace Frehley is the same kind of way. They brought great stuff to the table in the beginning, but they never kind of grew as musicians, where Mustaine's on a whole nother level. You listen, I always say Megadeth could easily play any Metallica song. Metallica could not play Megadeth stuff. The level of musicianship in Megadeth over the years is it's phenomenal. Like Metallica has some of the more classic songs, I will admit that. I mean, Master of Puppets, stuff like that. But I don't know, Megadeth, they're on a whole nother level. Kirk Hammett, I mean, especially now, the last 20 years, you take away the wah pedal, he has nothing. Which I have wah here. I don't even use it. I don't even think the battery's probably dead in it. Cobalt says he subscribes to YouTube Premium, which comes with YouTube Music, good service, lots of choices, and even have the forbidden docking music banned by radio.
Yeah, Don Dokken, man. I was checking out some of their stuff recently too, man. He lost his voice. So many guys I used to listen to, Paul Stanley's voice is gone. Don Dokken's voice is gone. They're actually that's the thing to do nowadays too. They're all claiming that they lost the right, and I'm not disputing it, but they're all saying they lost the rights to their old music, so they're re-recording it to be able to play it live and be able to use it and whatever they want to use it for. But realistically, if you listen to like the new Dokken stuff, he's singing, they down-tuned, and he's singing in a deeper voice. He's not hitting the high notes, and that's the way they're doing it live. So there's probably some truth to the lost their old catalog stuff, but I think it's just because they can't sing the stuff anymore. Even John Bon Jovi, I've never been a big Bon Jovi fan, but I see he's lost his voice too. I mean, he did do a lot of screaming back in his day, but yeah, they're all using like backing tracks now live, and the funny thing is they're all making fun of each other for the other band using backing tracks when they're all doing it. It's hilarious to me. There's been like this feud on Twitter and YouTube and in videos and stuff between Nikki Sixx and Gene Simmons and stuff. It's like, you're all doing it. You're all lip syncing, Yeah. And you're looking like a douche by, insinuating you're not.
Yeah. John is saying Ace was great early on, but drugs and alcohol knocked him down a lot.
Yeah, and that's sad to me because when so the way I got into Kiss was, um, we had the side of my mom's side of the family had a sister. They were like rich, you know. They we have a local park here called Knoebels Groves. It's amusement park and everything. Like pretty much everybody in every state around Pennsylvania knows of it. Celebrities go there. My aunt had a cottage there, still does to this day, and but she was divorced and remarried to the guy she had this cottage with. Anyway, but she had a son to a previous marriage, so he was like the black sheep of the family. And over at their cottage, he didn't even have a bedroom. He just got they put like a blanket across the one part of the living room, and he was back in this dark part, this like sinister part of the cottage. And when we used to go over there, I'd go right through the blanket, and I'd be like, "What do you got for me today?" And he would hook me up with Kiss stuff. You know, he'd make me copies of Kiss. Matter of fact, he hooked me up with an 8-track of Love Gun from Kiss. That's why it is today. I mean, I know I love the earlier stuff too. A lot of people are like, oh, they sold out by Love Gun, but Love Gun was like what got me into Kiss. And my mom had an 8-track player that would just repeat. It wouldn't shut off when it was done. Man, I just let that thing go all day. I wore that thing out. And my cousin hooked me up with all kind of Kiss stuff. And I was even like, I was a cheap kid for Halloween costumes and stuff too. My mom and dad I think they bought me 2 Halloween costumes in my lifetime because I think first was Luke Skywalker, X-Wing pilot. Like I wore that because I wore it too. You know, I was Luke all year long. I wore that thing every day and played as Luke Skywalker. So when I wore that out, I got an Ace Frehley costume. Like I dreamt of being Ace. So I wanna look at Ace right now and say he's the greatest guitar player that ever lived. But people it is smoke and mirrors. It's, you know, people think because he has a smoke bomb in his pickup, you know, that he plays with a guitar on fire. He's awesome. No, he's an icon. I'll give him that.
But they get old.
Yeah.
They get old, get used up. How about Thin Lizzy? I know they're not quite metal, but they're more of the prog rock.
I don't know much from them. Are they the Boys Are Back in Town?
Yes.
Okay, I know that one. A band that I did love. Well, actually, everybody's heard of Whitesnake. But the big album in '87, a guy played guitar on that named John Sykes. He had a band after them, which should have been. I mean, it was like what the next Whitesnake album should have been. It was called a band called Blue Murder, and that kind of fizzled out. John Sykes, he might still be the singer, guitar player for Thin Lizzy. I'm not sure. I always meant to look into him because he became the frontman for that band, but I never really did.
My favorite drummer, bar none, and I know there's others, but to me, my favorite drummer was Carl Palmer from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I aspire to be him, and no way can I play half his stuff.
No. Isn't that always the thing? You know, you love these people and you want to play like them and you just can't.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know, I'm a big Yngwie Malmsteen fan, but he's more of a classical, you know, I hate to even use the term shredder. You know, I wish I could play like that. I've come close. Back in when my band was actually going into the studio and doing some shows and stuff at that particular time, I was living and breathing, practicing, and I was really good at that point. But I was close. I almost got some Yngwie stuff back then, but Yngwie's the man.
All right. Fett, this was fantastic.
Yeah, I had a blast, man. I'm glad to have done it.
Yeah, I love listening to your music stuff. And wish we could.
One of these days, we'll get this here, sharing the video and the audio thing down, and we'll do this right.
Yeah, we'll have to get some practice on that one. Get that practice. But just listening to you play, for someone who can't play because of what happened, I think you're good.
Oh, thank you.
I think you're good.
I used to be better. Yeah. But again, I'm too busy making doom cockery. I don't practice as much as I should.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I gotta get some practicing done. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up because he's got to get ready for pop culture breakdown. And everybody, you want to get more of Fett? Go to Pop Culture Breakdown tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern time, and we'll listen on the replay. Fett, we'll check you out on the replay, Sandra and I.
Hello.
So
Well, I'm sure I'm gonna make a jackass out of myself.
no. So let us yeah, that's our side, Cole. That's our side. All right, so next week, well, big week is still going on. On the 10th for robotics aficionado, we will have an interview with John DeBrandshaw from First Robotics. He will talk about STEM stuff that they do for inner city kids in concert with the Great Lakes Science Center. Great facility. And on the 17th, Tiger Stripes joins us for Surfside Chat, the debut of Surfside Chat, where we just have a general talk, no structure, just a general chat by friends. On the 24th, we're going to have Anti-Derivative Drill back. We're talking DS9 again. We're going to talk about the bromances and frenemies that were in Deep Space Nine.
Cool.
On August 31st, for Star Wars buffs, we're going to have Outer Rim Praxium. They are a lightsaber performance team that I met at the Comic-Con. So that should be interesting. They will be on August 31st. And of course, on every Saturday, we're going to have Just Cuz, where anything can happen and usually does.
Indeed.
So let us say goodnight to everybody. Fett, if you want to stick around right after, just so we can
Sure.
wind down.
Yep.
Let's see. That's John says if I can find it, I'll send you a photo of my old guitar collection.
Cool. Like to see that.
Yeah. He's put on some really cool guitars that he's worked on here.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. The Wrench Team Supreme. We had Legatus Legionnaire here. We had John Rendell. And we can't forget, we have to acknowledge Snora Pupas! Super. Hey, why am I disappearing?
The ghost of Little Snort.
The ghost of Mini Snort. You take care, Snort. See you Wednesday.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, everybody.
Yep. We had Sandra as the lead wrench, keeping the mayhem going. We had as chatters. We had Pudgy Hedgehog. We had Cobalt. We had Pat S. Aurora Uplinks visited us for the first time. Hope you liked it. Aurora. We had the lovely Agent Pepsi 1 come on, but she had to leave. We had Jacqueline. Thanks for coming, pal. We had Tiger Stripes lurking, but still here. We had Andy Masterson visit us. Hail, Andy.
Hail, Andy.
We had Psychosis 29.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, easy for me to say. Try saying that 10 times fast.
Nope.
10 times fast. We had the Comic Relief Crusader. We had Ms. Martin Muses. And again, we had Cobalt here. So, Fett, it's an honor to have you here. I am so glad we were able to do this. And of course, besides you coming on to Just Cuz and helping us out with everything you do here with the graphics and stuff. I really appreciate everything you do for the channel. And I was glad to bring you on to just talk about music.
Oh, glad to be here. Glad to be
Yes.
here.
Yeah.
I think like everybody, you know, we on Saturdays especially, I mean, that it's kind of the hangout between frolics and while I get to watch Pop Culture Breakdown, but it's a nice little thing to fill in, you know. People that talk in the chat on Doomcock Show, we get to come here and hang out and talk in person. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. And that's what I like doing here. So everybody, you stay safe. You stay healthy. Is that Mini Snort trying to eat the image and stream?
That's what it was.
That's what it was. Mini Snort eating the image and screen. So, and John Rendell says, hope to see you back up and running soon. God bless. Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to plug Fett's channel. If you want, Fett, yeah, put your channel. Tell us what you do at your channel.
Pretty much it's either like the Doomcock pictures again, like for those people that don't have Twitter or whatever, I put them in a video, put them together, maybe put some sound effects, things like that. And I got recently into maybe when I make fun of Raymond there on make some memes and stuff. I'm putting that on my channel too, and so you can check that out for those people who can't watch an entire 3-4 hour long live stream or whatever. But also make sure you subscribe to King Dolphin TV though.
Thank you.
That's where the clips come from.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad to be able to provide that material. So everybody, be safe, be healthy. Let's continue to make waves, and we'll see you Wednesday. Take care.
Take care, everybody.
This segment is brought to you by TheDolphinBoys.com.